It's week 7 of the National Football League. All eyes are on Ja'Marr Chase. There are few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Bengals and the Ravens on Sunday night primetime.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Joined, as always, by Brock Hewitt up in the booth. I'm Kate Scott, and tonight we're going to see the pros battle through a heavy downpour. This could be a contest, Brock, where the team with fewer miscues because of this weather is the team that walks out of here with a win.
Yeah.
Playing under the lights and some heavy rain here tonight. And we're off from Baltimore. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they'll be led out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
Pass into the hands of Devontae Walker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Man in motion, out of the slot. They go play action on first. Into the hands of Walker. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Let's go now.
Back-to-back carries here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Ravens going to punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. They're set up at the 35 now.
11 Thomas. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty. God.
First down, Burrow to throw. Searches from the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Good set.
From the gun, Taylor. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
On one, ready?
Drive entire straights. It's 3rd and 9.
Here we go.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. Ooh, and this is a worm burner. He didn't hit this one well. And the punt team downs this one just inside the 40. The Ravens and their running back about to get back to work. And midway through the season, you can see he's pacing the NFL running backs and receiving touchdowns. A real versatile player for them on offense. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Finding Flowers. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Short pass brought in. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, and there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Working inside the red zone. Touchdown, Baltimore! So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. Burrow from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's second down coming up. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Burrow throwing again on second and 10. Taylor makes the catch. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Short yardage situation here. It's third and 2. They put a receiver in motion right. And that play backfired. He's brought down way behind the line. So out now comes the punter. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up first and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up third and 7. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at third and 7.
Go.
They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. And he drives this into the pouring rain. Fields this at the 19. And you'll love the effort on that return as he gets him all the way up beyond the 40. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he's been one of the best at leading an offense this season. As you can see, he's at second in the NFL right now in touchdown passes. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
11 MT, take. 11 M 12. 11 Thomas. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Short pass caught by his tight end. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Awareness. Awareness is so critical of where those defenders are down the field to find that open receiver. But it's just as important, Kate, in the pocket. Having awareness of what's going on around you, the QB didn't. And the defense registers a sack. This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Huh.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits his running back. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Jordan Stout on now to punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock. So some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here.
On 1, ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds a man, right side. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On 1st down, here's Burrow. On target to his man Taylor. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
To throw again, it's Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Gun. Stop.
Here's Burrow. Catch is made down the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. And with a half a football left to play, we can see already how close he is to that 100-yard mark in this game. Got to think that he stands a good chance of... And he will score! It's a Cincinnati touchdown! The Bang... Now we have a stoppage. No challenges.
Play is under review.
So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals tie this game 7-7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready. Let go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Finds him over the middle. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. He's got it over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Setting up the screen. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Into the hands of Walker. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Complete beyond the marker. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing it again here. Caught by Flowers. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 2nd and 3. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Tucker's kick is up and good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
Ready?
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
Stop.
He's back to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. He's got it inside the 25. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Butker knocks it through, and that's going to tie us up just before halftime. And that's the half here in this one, all tied up thanks to that late field goal. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando. Sorry, Coach, we'll catch up with you after this one. We're jumping past halftime and getting right back to the start of the second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Returns looking good so far. And he'll go out of bounds with more than half the work done. Offense in enemy territory to begin the series at the 45-yard line. The Bengals and Ja'Marr Chase about to take over on offense once again. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jalen Johnson with the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Catch made over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
1-1, ready?
They'll come up 1st and 10.
11. Here we go, here we go.
They'll motion him out of the backfield.
11, 12, 11, Thomas.
1st down, Burrow to throw. This one finds Taylor. And he gets him around 6 there. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Gun.
He'll throw it yet again. Finds his man Chase. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
1-1, ready?
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. Gets it to him on the screen. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate.
And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Bengals take the lead right away in half number 2. One after, up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Baltimore running its offense out now. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. Finding Flowers. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at them. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Looking for a target. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Bengals ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
What's your set? 11. Stop.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
On 2.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Here we go. 11 mighty. Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. You got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Gun. Stop.
Looking to throw. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Let's go. Check. Panther. Unlock line. Rig it.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. He beams one deep right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
3rd and long for him here. Finds the in route complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Here we go.
Putting the tight end in motion. They'll throw it again. Hauled in left side. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Go! Rocco switch. Reload.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Oh, what a stiff arm. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq. Huh. Huh.
Throwing off the play fake here. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this one doesn't go far.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Back to the well again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Back to throw, needing a first. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Coach's challenge him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. This winning streak has been impressive for them. 6 games now, and they lead so far here. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Burrow back to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively. Right? We love receivers that can run. And that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Caught for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down.
11.
Burrow out of the shotgun. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Give him 32 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
11. Here we go. 11, MP, hey. 11, dot.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals double their lead to 14.
Ravens 10. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Ravens back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Motioning one of the tight ends. To throw it on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Brought in right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. Finds his man over the middle. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. Escapes the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He's on the move. He's running for it. Oh, he lost the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body, and in prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
This one finds Taylor. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Bengals getting closer to a 7-0 start.
On 1, ready?
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT, Tate. 11 MT, dot.
Burrow from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Gun, gun. Dot. Dot.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Completes this one to Chase. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
On 1, ready?
Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Dot.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals have likely locked up the win right there. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Now... and the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end left. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Misfire there, couldn't connect. This one misses the tight end. So 2nd down coming up. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No place to go, so he just threw it away.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
12, 12, 12. Dot.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Throwing deep for the end zone. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. Dot.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. He's got it near the 8. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals put up even more points in a win. Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again.
Ravens 10. Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And this drive will start inside the 25. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing now on 1st down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Dropping back to throw. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They are throwing it again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again, following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw now. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He has it at the 22. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Baltimore.